Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's workout is a really good one you will definitely want to try out. We're gonna hit arms and shoulders, so screenshot this if you want to give it a try and continue watching to follow along. First up, we got seated dumbbell shoulder overhead press for 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps. So your first working set should land you around 10 reps and your last set should land you around 6 reps. So increase your weights accordingly. Now notice I said working sets because you are going to want to do a couple warm-up sets prior to get you closer to your challenging working weight. Now with these first 2 sets you are seeing, it is the same weight because when we were filming my first set, I thought I had deleted the footage by accident when I was checking the lighting situation. So I ended up doing it again for you all. And then during editing, I ended up finding both clips. So I just threw both of them in there since I did do them twice. But each set, I am increasing the weight after that second repeat set. And when I get to that last set, you guys will really see me grind it out. I was really pushing myself. It's actually the first time I've pushed that weight without a spot. So I was super happy with my performance and my numbers overall. So overall, it was a really good overhead press day for me. Next up is seated dumbbell bicep curls for 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. So you will want to aim to increase the weight each set if you can. I will throw in a 4th set depending on my 3rd set and where I end up. And this workout, I did do all 4. So just do 3 or 4 sets depending on how you feel and how much time you got. Now, I want these reps though to be super strict and controlled through every rep with full range of motion. So do your best to stay tight throughout and not just swing the weight up or just let it drop right down. You really want to keep that control. So you may find yourself having to go a little bit lighter than you normally do with your alternating curls or your standing curls. You want to keep these as strict as possible. It is far more challenging doing bicep curls this way, but it is such a good variation of curling to improve your bicep strength and development. Moving on to a superset, we are targeting the triceps and rear delts. So first starting off with the dumbbell Skullcrushers for the tris. I like to set the bench at an incline so that I can easily switch between the 2 exercises. And it is also my preference when doing Skullcrushers off of a bench. If I want to do them flat, then I just do them off the floor, as you all have seen me do many times here on the channel. But here the aim for this exercise is 10 to 12 reps each set. Notice how my arms are staying locked in place above me and I'm only extending from the elbow to move that weight back behind me. You want to bring those dumbbells down till you feel a full stretch in your tricep and then come back up to the top. You'll then get up as you just saw and flip over onto the same bench and get into rear delt rows. This is different from a lat focus row or a wide grip row. This has your elbows coming up and out at a 45-degree angle from your body to target the rear delts. So make sure you are pulling out at this angle so that you can get that full contraction in your rear delts at the top before coming back down. You won't be able to go as heavy nor need to get the job done here. You really just want to focus on controlled reps. And when it comes to rear delt training, mind muscle connection is your best friend. You really want to focus on your rear delts doing all the work and really feeling them working throughout the movement. So you're doing 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps for these as well. Next up is dumbbell lateral raises, implementing pause reps or holds at the top of every rep. These will have you shaking by the end, but man, are they good at firing up those medial delts. So make sure you are using a challenging weight, but one that you can control while implementing the pauses, because these will be more difficult than your standard rep. I like to aim for a 2-second hold at the top of each rep, and you will be doing 10 reps per set. Now, it is really important that you control your form on these, and that as you hold at the top, especially when it gets more challenging towards the end of your set, that you don't shrug your shoulders up onto your neck to get that weight up. You want to keep the tension completely off your neck and traps and let your delts do all the work. So keep a minimal hinge at the waist so those dumbbells can travel easily in front of you. Dumbbells start together in the front, bring them up slightly angled in front of your body to keep you in that scapular working plane. Hold at the top for 2 seconds and then slowly go back down and repeat that for all 10 reps. Now moving on to some cable work. First up is cable rope pushdowns for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, increasing the weight each set if possible. I prefer a slight hinge forward, nothing crazy, just enough to feel stable when I'm pushing, and then I bring my elbows out by my side where they will stay through the entirety of this set. And then the real key here is that instead of just pulling those ropes apart mindlessly as I move the weight, I'm instead focusing on creating as much tension as I possibly can in my triceps as I push that weight down, and that tension is what is creating those ropes to split apart. Intent is so important when it comes to training, and so rather than just mindlessly moving through movements in a movement pattern that you know you're supposed to be taking and really focusing on what you're trying to do, what you're trying to create during that movement, it will completely shift the exercise. So try focusing on creating, building up that tension as you move that weight down, and trust me, you will feel the craziest contact and contraction in your triceps. My triceps are still dying from this workout. But then after that, we are still sticking with the cables, doing a superset now for the rear delts and biceps. First up is single arm rear delt flies for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Now, just like with those rows we did pulling at that 45-degree angle, the same applies here. You're just pulling across your body down rather than up. I will say I am not used to using this cable machine for this exercise. I usually use the other machine in my gym, so it did feel a bit awkward trying to find the right position and alignment here. Some of my pulls were lower than I'd probably like if I could see myself, but also just like with the rows, mind muscle connection is such a huge factor with this movement, and feeling your rear delt working and finding that right contraction as you get to the bottom is super key here. So what I like to do is follow all the standard form cues, and then I sort of just let my mind muscle connection take care of the rest, and will slightly move in a lower or higher degree depending on what feels best. And this is obviously what felt best in my rear delts at the time, so that's how I pulled. But generally speaking, you will want to pull out at around a 45-degree angle. Then once both sides of the rear delt flies are done, lower the cable and put on a handle attachment to get into wide grip cable curls. Now, how wide out you like to take it is personal preference. I have very mobile and super healthy shoulders, so I prefer to have it pretty far out with any wide grip bicep variation because that's just what feels best for me and absolutely demolishes my biceps. But if you feel any discomfort or strain having your arm this angled out, just bring it in more towards a more like 45-degree angle or so, and you should feel more comfortable. So just like with the first exercise, you will be doing 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps for these as well, and then you are done. I love this workout, and I think you guys will too. So if you give this workout a shot, let me know in the comments below or on my Instagram. If you're looking for more structured training, my 12-week workout program can be found in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.